Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So in this week's video, I want to talk about some concerns that I received when I posted on social media that we were getting an electric vehicle. So if this is your first time tuning in, my name is Elisa Summers. So the first thing that I want to talk about is I want to talk about the vehicle maintenance of a Tesla. You know, until I got a Tesla, I really didn't understand the little maintenance that a Tesla actually requires. Annual maintenance with a Tesla, but there are some things that you do have to replace and you have to change. So the first one being a cabin air filter, and that needs to be replaced every 2 years. Next is the high efficiency particle air filter, also known as HEPA, and that needs to be replaced every 3 years. Now, you do have your basic tires that you will have to get new tires. You'll have to get your tires rotated, balanced, and aligned, and that needs to be done every 6,250 miles, or if the tread is 2 32 inches, they need to be rotated. Every 2 years, the brake fluid needs to be checked on and replaced if there are containments in there. So making sure that everything is okay on there. With the Model 3, which is what we have, the air conditioning needs to be serviced every 6 years. Also, if you do have any problems with the car, a lot of it can be serviced over the mobile service, and so they'll be able to diagnose it over wherever they are located, for the fact that, you know, because it's such a techie car, they're able to do the diagnostics from a distance. And then occasionally the 12V battery that's in the Teslas go bad and they need to be replaced, which isn't too hard, but once you do get the warning on the screen saying that the 12V battery is bad, it needs to be replaced pretty quick or else the car won't work. Warranty. All right, so the warranty I was actually unsure about. I wasn't sure how long the warranty was actually good for. So the warranty is for 8 years or 120,000 miles on the car. Now, like I said, this is all pertaining to the Model 3 that I have. The replacement of the touchscreen is a 2-year warranty. Also, the vehicle high voltage battery has a warranty of 4 years or 50,000 miles, whichever comes first. Cold weather driving. So how does the cold affect the drive of the Tesla? So everything with the Tesla uses electric. So the heat, the air, the music, everything is electric. So when you're driving and you have the heat on blast, you're gonna run through more of the battery, you know, versus if you have it down lower and on a cooler setting. The heat just more energy. It generates more energy that you have to use. So, you know, that's something to be aware of. A lot of people say to use the butt warmers to help keep you warm so that, you know, you're not using as much of the energy of the car. We have noticed there's a significant amount of drainage when my husband comes home. You know, it's 109 miles, but with the heat being on, you know, he starts out at like, I want to say 85%, and sometimes when he gets home, he's at 35, and then sometimes he's came home and it's been at 17. So, you know, but there's so many things that factor in: the cold, the wind, just everything factors into how much the car uses for energy. Trip planning. So it's relatively, I mean, it takes a little bit more time, but you also have to do this in any car. I mean, you don't necessarily have to do it for gas. You know, the nice thing about the Tesla is that on the actual tablet, it can point out certain superchargers. You know, for us, we went on a trip and it was a 500-mile round trip. We stopped, I want to say maybe 100 miles in. We didn't fully charge when we left. So we made it about 100 miles in, and you know, we've got 2 kids. The kids were ready to get out to stretch. They needed to go to the bathroom, and we needed to get a bite to eat. So it worked out absolutely perfect. By the time we had ate, went to the bathroom, the car was almost completely charged. And then, you know, before we left from our destination, we completely charged to about 100%. And we were able to make it completely home. You know, we got home with a battery at like 7%, which was about 24 miles. So definitely doable. I mean, there were a couple places that we could have stopped to supercharge to, you know, if it would have been more windy, if it would have been a lot more colder, we probably would have stopped, but it wasn't necessary and we just were able to make it home. Regenerative braking. So, you know, with the Tesla, you actually really don't use the brakes unless there is an emergency. With the regenerative braking, when you take your foot off the gas, it brakes the car. So you're actually not using the foot pedal of the brake. Therefore, the brakes aren't used as much. I have talked to quite a few people that have had their car for 200,000 miles, 100,000 miles, and they have had their brake pads checked and they've never been replaced, that they're still good. You know, you still need to use them if it's for an emergency, when the regenerative braking is decreased due to the weather. So, I mean, there are times that you do use the brakes, but honestly, it's quite rare. Also, all of my information that I did get it off the Tesla website, just for, you know, my facts, making sure that I am getting them correct. If you have any questions, let me know about, you know, if you have any questions about the Tesla and whatnot, and if you are thinking about getting one, I will have our referral link down in the section below. You will get 1,000 free supercharge miles, and if you haven't already, please like this video. I would love it if you subscribe to my channel. It would mean a lot to me. So I'm glad I was able to answer some of these questions. Like I said, if you have any other questions, I would love to answer them for you. Just leave them down in the comments below. But I don't think I have anything else for you guys today. I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving, and I will see you next week. Bye, guys.